Good morning, all. Hope everyone is good. Happy Monday. For those who are live on here, I think most of you know my story. This is more for those who are catching the record. I'm going to share, guys, pretty much my story when it comes to nutrition and also I've called it crazy results formula. But it's just something really simple that anyone can follow that I've helped loads of people with that is so simple. And that's how I've been able to get the most amazing results is simplicity is the key in whatever you do, right? So basically, guys, I was the biggest skeptic for such a long time when it come to the Herbalife products, but the reality was I tried so many different things and become so skeptical about anything really because I didn't know what was going to work for me. I'd done calorie counting for years and years. And by the way, I got results with loads of these different plans. It wasn't like they didn't work for me, they did work for me. My problem was I struggled with sustainability. I struggled to get results and keep them. Like, I don't think we have problems with getting results in society. People can lose weight. That's not a problem, but it's keeping it off that people struggle with. And that's where I was for a long time. And I was actually a PT and I was teaching some of these unsustainable practices to people. And I just got frustrated with that lack of results that were long term. So I basically was at a point where I thought, you know what, I'm going to try something. And Herbalife was the solution for me at the time. This was 5 years ago. And really it opened up to me by I just sampled the products and I was like, wow, that tastes amazing. I was very surprised because I'd tried so many different shakes in the past and wasn't a big fan and loved the taste of the Formula One and the tea. And I thought, you know what, I could drink this for my breakfast. And I needed a breakfast solution at the time. So I started off with having the shake twice a day just to really, this is how I like to explain it, yeah? Just to flood my body with nutrients because I was deficient in so many things because even though I was eating a really healthy diet, I'd like to call it, with lots of chicken, lots of vegetables, lots of rice, etc. There's so many gaps that I was leaving in my diet by eating a lot of the same things over and over again, and I knew that food quality was getting worse and worse. So I knew that there was gaps in my diet because I knew I didn't feel too good. But at the end of the day, you don't know how bad you feel until you feel great. And when I started to use the products, literally within a few days, I started to feel great. Like my hydration was loads better. I just started to feel really good in myself. And here's the crazy results formula, right? I call it 3, 2, 1. And I want you guys to try and rate yourself out of 6, okay? So most people are dehydrated. So number 1 is 3 liters of water a day. Okay. Number 2 is 2 shakes. And number 1 is a protein dense evening meal. So there's 1, 3, 2, 1 that I look at, right? The other 3, 2, 1, I look at 2. So there's the points adding up together, yeah? It's 3 teas a day, 2 protein snacks, 1 workout. Now there's 6 things there. If someone's ticking off all those things every single day, your results are going to be so good. And it's so simple to do all of that, by the way, when you're on a Herbalife plan. Because we can help you with a load of the snacks. For me, one of the most important things that I've noted down to share on here is make it easy. If your nutrition plan is hard to follow because you've got a prep, there's loads of ingredients that goes into what you do, and you've got to get to the supermarket, and there's just so many hurdles that people create for themselves when it comes to a nutrition plan. And I've been there, guys. I've followed meal plans where I've been eating out of Tupperware like 6 times a day. This is like a 5 or 6 meals a day plan, but it's so simple for you to grab. Like, this is made in 1 minute and it takes 1 minute to drink, and it's got everything my body needs in a 200 calorie shake. If I tried putting this into a meal, it would be like the plate would be so big and it would be like loaded with food because it's so dense in nutrients. Whereas foods nowadays aren't. So to get the same amount of nutrition, you'd be eating loads of calories. Right? I don't really want to eat a big meal right in the morning, and I don't want to eat a big meal at lunch because I find that when I eat a big meal, it slows me down. I like to feel light, I like to feel productive throughout the day, but I know I need to get protein in. Okay, so what I would do is I would rate yourself out of 6. I'll go through it again. 3 liters of water, 2 shakes, 1 protein dense meal, 3 teas, 2 protein snacks, 1 workout. I would ask yourself, where are you at? And the closer you are to 6, the better your results will be, right? And by the way, a workout can just be like a walk. You could just be walking the dog. That could be a workout because it's more than what most people are doing. Most people aren't consuming enough protein in their diet. That plan there is easily a gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're doing that, you're going to get real lean and you're going to look real good as well, okay? The 3 teas, great for energy, great for just bringing so many like phytonutrients into your daily nutrition that most people haven't got. They're fueling themselves with coffees that are full of sugar, with Monsters, with Red Bull to get through the day. Like caffeine can serve a purpose, but not when it's added with another 300-400 calories, which a lot of people I know have in their diet. Like I'm looking at Robin now. I know that before she would smash in 3 or 4 Starbucks a day. It'd be more than 1,000 calories in coffee. And so many people are there, and it's also 10-15 pound a day in habits that are not helping you feel good. And this is where most people are, right? So look at that, rate yourself out of 6, and make it easy for yourself to hit those 6 by having the products there with you. The protein snacks for me are so key, like the bars, the chips, the soybeans. I'll normally have that with maybe a piece of fruit, like an apple or a banana. Make it easy. There's no prep to that, right? The only thing that we're making is the evening meal, and Robin does that, so you can outsource that, right? So make it easy for yourself, because then you can follow it. Simplicity equals means you can do it, and when you can do it, everyone knows what to do, right? Everyone knows how to lose weight. Everyone knows how to get bigger, or whatever it might be, whatever your goals are, right? But most people lack in the execution. Knowing and doing are totally different. They're so different, right? So this makes it easy to do, and when you do, you get results, right? So another thing that I would say is really important, because people think like I'm a robot or whatever when it comes to nutrition. I'm really not. If there's biscuits, if there's bad food in the house, if there's chocolates, if there's whatever naughty stuff in the home, I'm eating it. I'm going to eat it. So remove the rubbish. Remove the clutter from your life. Remove the shit at home that you're eating, because otherwise you're just going to eat it, right? Whereas our cupboards are just full of the foods that we know fuel us and our goals, that fuel how we want to feel, that fuel how we want to show up. Especially if you're someone who's got kids, like your example is so important. And it's the same, by the way, even if you haven't got kids, we're setting an example to the people around us. And this is how we can make our community and solve some of the problems we've got in the world, is by what we do. Not by what we say about what we should do, by what we do. And most things are caught, not taught. Your kids aren't listening to what you say about what they should eat. They're watching what you eat, right? So remove the rubbish. Don't have loads of bags of crisps that have got no nutrients in them in the house. Don't have all the chocolate bars. Don't have all the high sugar cereals. Have the vegetables, the fruits, the high protein foods, like the nutrient dense foods at home, and the world's best nutrition products. Imagine the environment you'll create by doing that. So remove the rubbish. And again, that leads me back to saying that's making it easy. Because you got to believe me, if there's a pack of digestives in the house, they're going in. Not 3 at a time, by the way. I'd eat the whole pack. So just by not having them there, I don't eat them, right? And all comes down to like getting clear on the results that you want. Most people are really foggy with this. They're really foggy with their goals in their life. And you can't hit a target that you can't see. Like if you're playing, like we were just watching the FA Cup semi-final yesterday, it was 0-0, right? Which was ironic, but you can't score in a goal that you can't see. You can't put the ball in the net that isn't there, right? Same with your life, that you can't hit a goal that you can't see. So get clear on the results that you want to bring into your life. Like, how do you want to look? How do you want to feel? What do you want your energy to be like? How do you want to sleep? How do you want to feel day to day? Most people are operating like zombies and feeling like rubbish, but because they're not clear on the fact they want to feel better. So they just get used to feeling like it, right? They've numbed themselves to the reality of how they actually feel. And that's how I was, guys. And I'm only sharing this because I've been there like for 25 years. Even though I thought I was healthy, I was just numb to the fact that I'm always going to have bad digestion problems. I'm always going to have stomach cramps. I'm always going to have rubbish sleep. I'm always going to struggle to recover from workouts because I just didn't. Whereas now I feel like I can train every single day, no problem. And my sleep is amazing. Like I'll even sleep through alarms. I'm that good at sleeping, right? So it was this morning, the alarm went off and I didn't even hear it. Robin was like, Jack, we've got to get up. I was like, Roger that, let's go. So whereas before it wouldn't be like that. I would not have good sleep quality. I'd actually sweat in my sleep so badly. And I didn't even know why. And I didn't even study it, by the way. I just kept living like it. I would wake up in this pile of sweat. It was just from what I was eating every day. I was putting the wrong things in my body. So get clear on the results that you want, and then the plan is easy to follow. When the why is strong, the how becomes really easy. And I'm just going to close out on a couple of things. The biggest hack for me in getting anywhere in your life is getting around the right people. Getting around the right people who have the results that you want is so valuable. Whereas if you hang around people who are out of shape, who have terrible energy, who have a bad attitude, you'll do the same. Like it's just it'll be your the gravity pull towards them types of habits and thinking will be the same for you. Whereas if you hang around people who've got high energy, who've got great nutrition habits, who've got excitement, then you're going to do way better. And trust me guys, that is in our community. That is where this is the beauty of the system that we've created with Herbalife Nutrition, with our challenges, with these groups. Leverage that community and really be in touch with your coach and as much as you possibly can, because that's going to add more value and add more fuel to your fire and hold you accountable, because most people, that bit of accountability can make all the difference. And that leads me on to saying we've got a new 21-day challenge starting in May, and I would get yourself all over this, which starts in a few weeks' time. So my advice would be start working your way up to rating yourself out of 6 every day on what I just spoke about. Really make that something that you action. And then we get to the challenge in May and you're already in 5th gear and you're going to absolutely smash it. And the biggest thing, guys, in getting results is the 12th step in the recovery program is to help other people. The way you build a habit that's so strong and life-changing is by help other people with that habit. It's so key. And for me, it's where I really took my life to the next level when it comes to my health, when I started helping other people with their health too. And it all comes down to healing yourself and then helping others do the same. So the 21-day challenge is coming soon. Partner up with someone. Find someone who you can do it with, or multiple people, right? I know there's some coaches watching this. Let's go and help people get healthier with this and help them see the benefits of better nutrition, because most people right now, like I've said, are walking around not feeling optimal. And that's what we do. We help people feel optimal in a really simple and really effective way. So hopefully that 12 minutes has brought some value to you guys. I'm going to ping out the recording to as many people as I can. And if anyone's got any questions, by the way, then just let us know. But the 21-day challenge promotional material will be shared very, very soon. Definitely get yourself engaged with that and start asking around, like, who do you know who'd want to get involved? Because person by person, we can really start making a difference and help a lot of people to feel better, because most of how people feel mentally really comes down to the way they fuel themselves, really comes down to the way they eat, really comes down to the people they surround themselves with, their exercise routine. Like, you can really change. For me, guys, I've changed my mental health by being around a great group of people, working on myself every day. And diet, by the way, isn't just what you eat. I'm going to probably go on for hours with this, but diet is a lot of stuff that that comes into your mind. Like, what are you reading? What are you listening to? Who are you hanging around? So I would look at that as like step 7 is really the daily personal development that we can help all you guys with by being involved in our community. Okay, guys. So reach out. Let's get you some amazing results. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a great Monday. Thank God it's Monday. Let's go. Take care, guys. Have a good one.